Hello and welcome to another World of Tanks video with Org. This one I'm going to show you two games in the Su-122A, the Tier 5 Soviet self-propelled gun. And well, my opinion of this artillery piece is a bit mixed. I really liked the Su-5 before this gun, but the Su-122, it does a lot more damage, it fires a lot slower, it's got better penetration, so I should like it more, but I really miss the gun elevation of the Su-5. And the Su-122 simply doesn't have that great a gun depression. Gun elevation, I mean. See, we're on Melanovka, it's an encounter battle. We've had a couple of suicide scouts on our team at the start, which have lit up most of the enemy team, but not really getting any good opportunities to put shots in here. The Su-122, on paper it's got a 7-second aiming time, but I'm usually counting it out as about 11 or 12 seconds to actually fully aim with this thing. So I really don't want to take shots on targets that are moving. But here's something, a Churchill 3, it does move, but it only moves very slowly. So I should be able to get some good shots in here. Rotate the tank a bit far and had to start the aiming process again. But the Churchill thinks it's safe behind a rock. And a slurry shell lands nearby, but it doesn't really react. But I fire, and that guy's gone. The Panzer 4D actually got the kill, but I left that Tier 5 heavy tank on 97 hit points. Did 489 damage with one shot. Which is the fun thing about playing artillery, you only have to hit... Well, actually I've hit that one shot and I've already done more than twice my hit points with the damage. But if you hit 2 or 3 shots, you're actually having a good game. So that lead died way before I could get some shots in. And this is a bit interesting. You see an M2 Light, that's a Tier 2 tank in a Tier 5 game. It's approaching a Panzer 3A on my team, so I'm thinking the Panzer 3A's got this really easily, but I go over to take a look. Full health Panzer 3A just got slaughtered by an M2 Light tank. The tank a tier below it. And there's now nothing between me and this M2 Light, so I take a shot. Wasn't fully aimed and I just miss. And the enemy are capping. What I do here is I decide to essentially have faith in my team that they'll be able to protect me from that M2. Instead I focus on this T-46, which is capping the base at the moment. And it looks like it thought it was safe, so I don't think it's going to move. I've reloaded, I wait, I aim, I fire, and I get the kill. But now the M2 Light's been respotted again. So I aim, but I hope I don't have to take this shot since it's only got 9 hit points. And thankfully the friendly Keiho kills it for us. So there are still 2 enemy tanks in the cap, and there's an M4 Sherman just outside the cap circle. But no one's spotting the targets in the cap for me. The Sherman moves in, so I aim at that, and I take the shot at the Sherman, but I really shouldn't have. The Matilda was the more important target since it's going to be difficult for other people on my team to penetrate, whereas I can basically always do damage from Matilda. But it doesn't matter, my shot missed anyway. Right now this was interesting. We have 32, oh, we just hit the Matilda. For a while there I was looking at the air gun, we've got 20 seconds and I've got 19 left on the count, on my reload count. But my team managed to save it, and they actually killed both those tanks before I'm reloaded. But there's still one somewhere in the cap circle. But we've got 2 minutes, so I shift to go and help out my team fighting these tank destroyers. I actually almost fired at the Marder 38 just because it was a trickier shot, and I would have been more proud if I had done it. Instead I fire it where the T40 was, and I think that means it was a near miss as opposed to a kill. Well, it definitely wasn't a kill. Anyway, we see the Su-76, the one that is capping the base. And again, I'm guessing it hasn't noticed that there's a dead tank right beside it, so that spot, it probably means the spot that's in actually isn't that safe. But I guess it's going to keep sitting there, so just wait till I'm reloaded. And take a blind shot. And kill. Sometimes you just make it too easy for you. But then of course this happens. It's a Panzer IIG. And of course it's going to be hard to hit so long as it keeps moving. But something, I don't know, maybe its driver got shot or its engine got damaged. It's not moving particularly fast here. So I should be able to get a shot off. It's just... oh, just had to move my thing a bit more, so I've got to start the aiming process again. My team keep missing it. Oh, there's a shot. Here we go. Oh well, that was a big waste of time. So it's just the Marder 38T and the Su-122A, enemy Su-122A left. And now I do the tricky shot. I hope the Marder 38's hiding in here, so I decided I'm going to try and shoot through the window. That was actually poor play on my part. I should have actually been relocating around towards E9, just to try and get a better shot in at, you know, behind the cover, just an angle that the Marder wouldn't be expecting. Because as you can see, because I wasn't moving, I now do not have a shot on the Marder. Not that it matters, because my team killed easily. And the enemy Su-122A drowned itself, which is just stupid, but whatever. So that was a win. You see, Defender, Middle and High Caliber. I think that's actually the first Defender I've got in this tank. You can see the most damage on my team, only the third most experience though, because artillery always gets low experience because it's very rarely actually spotting the targets that it's shooting at. So this is an older replay. Well, probably 3 weeks old now, maybe 4 weeks old. And it is another encounter one, this one on Erlenberg. And I'm heading over to the far east or southeastern corner of this map because it's going to give me a nice clear line of fire straight down the eastern side where the enemies often advance. Well, I know from experience that because of the poor gun elevation of this self-propelled gun, it can actually be difficult to shoot over that ridge, just because your shells are going along a pretty low trajectory. So this looks like a good enough spot. The bushes will protect us from direct line of sight. And again, we've got an A20 just rushing up. Spots an ELC AMX and gets shot by the ELC AMX. Also sees a Panzer 3-4 and I aim at the 3-4. Just where will it stop? Right there. Didn't quite get the one-shot kill then, but did a lot of damage to that Tier 5 tank. And we see a 3002M up on top of the hill. And if it sits still, we might be able to put some shots into this one as well. But it didn't look like it was. ELC AMX sitting still, that's a good target. Like, it's quite a dangerous tank. I know it's moving, but oh, it stops there, and usually it's probably aiming, so it's going to sit there for a while. There we go. Jag Panzer IV, a very dangerous tank as well. Well, it's top tier in this game. But hopefully it'll sit there long enough. It's still about 10 seconds left on my reload. But no, it's gone. Panzer 3-4's back. Take a shot, and it moves. And I miss. But my team pretty well kill it then. See a Panzer 4D over in the city. And since there's no targets available in the east, I figure we might as well take a look in here. There actually now plenty of targets over in the east, but I don't want to have to start the aiming cycle again. Let's take the shot. Those German mediums have nice soft armour, at least the low tier ones do. And meanwhile, our forward scouts on the east here have all died. That 3001H is, well, it thinks it's in behind cover, but I can lob a shell over that tank and beside the house. So you're not going to enjoy this. oh sorry, you are going to enjoy this and I'm going to enjoy this. The 3001H, or 3601H, isn't going to enjoy that. The Jagdpanzer IV is spotted again. And it starts moving, which is a pain. But I figure it's gonna almost might get shot on the side before we might get killed before we get a shot, but I figure we'll pop up around here in one of these bushes. So we'll just pre-aim and wait till it gets spotted. And there it is. But it's not stopping. Jagdpanzer, I'll take the shot anyway. Nice on the move kill. Kind of lucky that my shell didn't quite go where I aimed it, but I'll take luck any day. BDR-G1B moving up. I just went and looked back there because I realised my shell would be skimming quite low over friendly tanks. I didn't want to, I was trying to make sure that there wasn't anyone likely to get hit. Type T-34 giving me its side, and that's great. 5 kills, 1500 damage. Actually, I think a bit more than that. Did you see where the grill shot from? Because I knew it was in those bushes, but I didn't quite get the exact spot. So I'm guessing it's right there, but it's actually a bit to the right and a bit up is where it fired from. But I knew at the time I didn't quite have the location perfect. So after I've reloaded, I actually just sit here waiting to see if the griller will fire again. Because I know it must be loaded now because it can fire quicker than me, but it doesn't, so I just take the shot. And it didn't kill it, so obviously it wasn't right there. I think now it's probably moved off into the, or it's moving into the deeper forest since, well, it knows a shell just landed really close to it. But I keep my aim on that bush because it might not have moved, and well, there you go, it's spotted. It didn't move very far at all. So will I aim? Will I get my top gun? No, it's moving. Okay, one tank left, AMX 105AM. And I know I've got almost no chance of this, because the Sherman Jumbo on our team is out of radio contact with me, which means it could spot it. It could be spotting it right now. Well, it has been spotted right now, and shooting at it, which it was. And I would have no way of firing or aiming. So one got shot off my top gun, but I still got the high caliber first class, got a Reaper in there, which is pretty good for artillery since you got low accuracy. And yeah, 1600 damage, top experience in my team, which is quite rare. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to like it if you did, or subscribe if you want to see more. Also, you can check out some of my other video series down below. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.